I woke up to silence so deep, it felt like the world had stopped breathing. At first, I thought it was just a quiet morning. No rustling leaves, no chirping birds, no distant hum of life. But then I looked outside and saw nothing. Not a single tree. Not in my backyard. Not along the street. Not on the horizon. Just empty soil, open sky, and a strange stillness pressing against the windows. Every tree, every branch, every leaf, gone. As if the earth had exhaled and erased them overnight.
The air felt different, thinner, drier. I didn't realize how much the trees had done until they weren't there. I tried to take a deep breath, but it wasn't the same. It was like breathing through a straw. My chest tightened. Without trees, oxygen levels were already dipping, especially in cities. Scientists always said trees produce about 28% of the world's oxygen. But it's not just about numbers, it's about balance. And we just lost the lungs of the land. The temperature had already started to rise, and it wasn't even 10 a.m. Trees used to shade the streets, cool the ground, and trap carbon. Now, sunlight poured down without mercy, bouncing off concrete, baking the earth beneath it. The soil outside had started to crack. Even the grass looked confused, exposed, vulnerable. I saw neighbors stumbling out of their houses, eyes wide, scanning the empty spaces where familiar trees once stood. Some were crying.
The birds were gone. The squirrels, the insects, vanished. I hadn't realized how many of them lived their entire lives in trees. With the forests wiped out, entire ecosystems had collapsed in a single night. I imagined 1,000 nests falling in silence while the world slept. And the pollinators, without them, our crops would be next. I glanced at the fruit on my kitchen counter and wondered how long we had before food became memory. The silence was no longer peaceful. It was heavy, haunted. I missed the soft rustle of wind in the branches, the whispering leaves that used to sing when no one was listening. I missed the way trees used to hold the world together, literally. Without their roots, the hills were already starting to crumble. Landslides had taken out part of the highway by noon. Erosion had begun its quiet war.
I checked the news. Scientists were baffled. Satellites showed a global wipeout. Every forest, every jungle, every tree in every park, gone. Some thought it was a fungus, others whispered about a biological weapon or some kind of quantum event. But no one had answers. Only consequences. The carbon dioxide levels were spiking. The temperature was rising degree by degree. And there was no plan B. You can't replace a tree overnight. By evening, the sky was a strange color, murky, orange, almost sick. I could feel the change in my bones. No trees meant no buffer, no filter. The air was dirtier, heavier, poisonous in places. My eyes burned. My throat scratched. Somewhere, a fire had started, and there were no trees to slow it, no moisture in the air to tame it. Just open land and dry winds, fueling the flames. That night, I couldn't sleep. The silence was louder now. It wasn't just the trees we lost, it was time, protection, life itself. I realized I had never really seen them before. Not the way they deserved. I had walked past them every day, sat under their shade, breathed their gift, and never once said thank you. Now they were gone. And the world felt hollow.